Finding that next deal is tough because you start to get like that I need a deal syndrome, I guess. And, the anxiety starts to sink in a little bit more. But I was fortunate enough that things sort of just fell in my lap.
And I would tell them, hey, if you get a next one, let's look at the next one. Let's do it together. And I would be the easiest buyer for them so they didn't have anything to worry about, right?
Yeah.
I assume like when you were working with this wholesaler, you were helping them as much as you possibly could so that they could find a deal that you could buy.
Yeah. And so I think providing value is so important in this business, whether that's people that are maybe years ahead of you, providing value to them, and maybe in return you'll learn something from them. But for the people that are maybe not as far along in your journey too, being able to, provide value to them as well too is huge. But I think just being able to do that, being a good, honest, decent person, I think will get you far in this business. And so just being a good, honest person and, helping people will lead deals to fall in your lap, I guess you can say.
Especially in this market. Again, I don't have experience in many other markets. I heavily focus in like Central Virginia, but it's a small enough community to where like if you're a really good person, people want to help you out and want to help you get to that next level. And it's very hard to be a bad person in this environment.
People want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust, I guess you can say it too. For sure. So if you can help somebody by taking them under your wing maybe a little bit, then great. And I don't expect anything in return from it by any means, but if they come to me with a deal because they got it under contract and are looking to wholesale, then I would definitely be interested in buying it.
How are you finding your next deals? Like we don't need to go deal by deal, but generally speaking, what is your strategy at that time to keep the deal flow going, being so new to the city and just like having newly established relationships and reputation?
I mean, finding that next deal is tough because you start to get like that I need a deal syndrome, I guess. And, the anxiety starts to sink in a little bit more. But I was fortunate enough that things sort of just fell in my lap. I remember going to a Mediterranean deli here in Richmond and was just chit-chatting with the owner. And he's like, what do you do? I was like, well, I buy houses, fix them up, and sell them. He's like, really? I'm trying to do the same thing, but my problem is I'm always here.
Yeah.
He threw like an F-bomb in there too and all that kind of stuff. But he's like, I got these 2 houses I'm trying to get rid of. Are you interested? I'm like, yeah, I'm interested.
That's awesome.
And so at that point I was newer too, and I didn't want to mess up the negotiations or anything. So I brought in a buddy that was really good with negotiations, and we 50-50 partnered on it. And ended up buying one of them and wholesaling that one out. There was like a huge renovation. It wasn't really in my buy box. And then another one was a quick, easy flip that just needed to be finished up.
That's awesome.
And ended up flipping that one and making some money there too.
Yeah, so just talking to people.
Yeah,
and just telling them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and he was kind of getting the runaround from his contractor. I think he at one point probably threatened to break the contractor's legs. He was like Tony Soprano.
Nice,
I was like, oh God,
Sweet.
I don't want to mess up with this guy or like not be able to deliver on what I'm saying I'm doing. So again, it comes back to being able to do what you say you're going to do.
That's awesome.
Not pissing people off.
Yeah.
But no, it ended up being 2 good deals, and I'm grateful for that one.
So you continue to get deals, I guess, talking to people, networking, any other creative ways to get deals?
Yeah, I think there was a video that Jim Ingersoll put out one time where he was just like going through just ways to find properties without spending a dime, from like marketing or anything like that. And so one of the ideas that he had said was going to estate sales. And so I was like, oh, I never actually thought of that. So I Googled what estate sales were happening in the area, and there was one like not too far away, and ended up meeting the person that was running it. And I was like, oh, by the way, they're looking to sell the house. And they're like, yeah, they actually are. And I'm a realtor, I can represent you. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Which that's going to be a little bit more money when you get a realtor involved, but so be it,